Hello YouTube. Today I want to talk about something that I think most of you find interesting, and that's the subject of tactical flashlights and using them for self-defense along with just it's nice to have a flashlight with you sometimes. I fell into this style a couple years ago. It's made by a company called Nebo, N-E-B-O, and the model I've been using is called the Redline. Now, these are both the identical flashlight. One's just got like an aluminum color to it. The other one is black. I haven't been able to find the black ones lately on the market around here. And I'm not trying to push this style. I just want to show you some features that it has. And then you can look for that at, wherever you're at your local stores and see what you can find. It might be something close. Price point on these online, they usually run about 40 bucks. I'm usually able to pick them up for somewhere in the 30 range. So basically what's cool about these is, for starters, first thing you notice with this is this serrated edge along the top. It's got a bit of a sharpness to it. This isn't something you want to have a kid playing with. And the back actually has a little bit of an edge to it as well. In the back is a built-in magnet, so this could actually stick onto something metal, be held there while the light is illuminating. The serrated edge on the front is sharp enough it could actually cut something. And this is what you would technically call a tactical light, and it's got the button in the back. Typically, my understanding of when they use the term tactical light, it's that back button for your thumb, so when you're going like this, I don't want to blind you guys here. That first button hit on this light is 220 lumens, and then it steps down from there. It has like it goes to 110 lumens, and it goes down to 22 lumens, like if you're just trying to conserve it. And then it has an SOS strobe, and then it has that defensive strobe. I'm not really sure on these I get the defensive strobe because you got to click it 5 times to get there, and in this situation you're probably not going to be thinking. I'm actually, to me, I like the lights that just have one click on, one click off, and they're right to full power, and away you go. But this is something they do with this style, and it's kind of neat. It also has machine sides. If you can see that these are flat, and that's so that this could be mounted. I believe you could put a scope bracket around this. This could be mounted to a gun if you wanted to use it as a light on that. One nice thing about these are an LED, but they have, if I twist it, they have the focusing capability, and that is something I really do like about this light. And I'm not going to turn this into, there's plenty of demonstration videos out there for how to use these in a defensive situation. I will show you a couple things, and a lot of guys are saying, oh, you got to know 15 different tricks or it's useless. Just having this in your pocket, and it gives you the ability, if you need to. First off, you have a light. That 220 lumens is strong enough. If you had to, you could throw it up in somebody's eyes. And I can tell you, if you're not expecting it and you get hit in the eyes with something like this, it's bright enough, it'll disorient you for a second. And maybe long enough for you to do what you got to do. The next thing with something like this, that serrated edge, if you're holding it like this, if you had to, you could swing up. The one style that I've seen they demonstrate a lot is that hammer blow down. You're taking your fist and you're just multiplying the power of what you can do with that. If you had to use this in a situation to protect yourself, you're adding something you didn't have by having this on you. And this is a flashlight. This is not a knife. This is not anything that's gonna look or be suspicious, or why are you carrying that? It's a flashlight. And then the other one is, if you were carrying like this, like for the hammer strike, if you have it like this, if you had to punch, you could actually punch, and if you just miss slightly, you can see what's going to happen here as I bring my hand around. These serrated edges, if they were catching the side of a cheek, that's gonna make somebody think twice when they get caught upside the side of the face with something like that. If they were intent on doing you harm, it might throw them off enough for you to get away. So this is I think this is good for guys, for girls, for anybody to have this. This is not strictly You know, this isn't like this is a man thing or something. I think this is something good for females just as much as it is for men. You know, I'm a contractor, so I always like my lights, and I am, you know, I spend a lot of money getting that extra power and you know, trying to buy stuff that's quality, that'll be rugged and last. I've bought a few of these. I've given them away as gifts to friends. Everybody is appreciative of them. This is a brand new one I bought today. This is going to go to a friend of mine who he's a airline pilot, and we were having a conversation over lunch a few weeks ago, and we were talking about, you know, airline safety, and I mentioned to him, I said, you know, a flashlight, that's not a weapon. You can carry that. And he said, yeah. So he's getting this because you know, I want him to have any ability that he can to protect himself in the event that something happened, that he could take care of himself. So this one's going to him. It's the same style as this one. You'll notice the red light. That's where they get that term. These are the Nebo red lights. I'm going to turn it on sideways so it doesn't blind you guys. See how that comes on? I gave one of these to my brother, and he's a hunter. There's the SOS strobe. And then that's the defensive strobe. But it was a lot of clicking to get there. On, off, on, off, on, off. And what he told me was when he was, my brother the hunter, he was telling me he was walking through the woods. That light kind of, having a light in front of you is one thing, and that other light coming off the side, it was just kind of too much. So I was trying it out a little bit myself, and it annoyed me as well. It's kind of almost like a backsplash of light coming back at you, and you're already messing up your night vision looking forward with a light. This is just killing you even more. So notice this one doesn't have the red light on it. All that is some black electrical tape wrapped around the light to cut that out. So if you buy one of these, that's a little thing you could try doing just to you know, solve that problem. You know, and if somebody from Nebo is watching this, get rid of that, because it kind of sucks. I don't like it on the on your product, but overall it is a great product. And I've been buying these because of the power in them. They're definitely a strong light, the size, and this is the only one I found out there that has that aggressive of a face to it, and then that magnet in the back. And you know, I'll show you the difference. Like this is a this really isn't a tactical. This is Craftsman. It's a just a regular light. This is another 200 plus lumens light. You see the size on this one compared to this little guy right here, and then you see the face on this one compared to the face on that one. You can kind of see what I'm saying about how this is a really aggressive face to this. So I just wanted to throw that there. I'm going to do some more on these. I'm actually becoming a big fan of this flashlight thing and the whole flashlight self-defense, and just for some reason they're a cool thing. I really can't explain why I have such an affection for them, but I do. So, alright guys, I just wanted to share this with you. Like I said, it's definitely something. If you haven't thought about this before, look into this, because there's a lot of little small things out here, and this is something that, you know, just it's always good to be prepared. You know, the whole point of being prepared is you hope you never need to, but if you do need to, you know, you have it there for you. So, and that goes for anything, and that's just something. So, like I said, take a look at these. And again, this one here is the Nebo Red Line, but Walmart has one that's not quite as aggressive, and it's a simple on-off, and it's made by Coleman, C-O-L-E-M-A-N, the camping guys. And they were like 20 some bucks, and I think I just saw them on sale the other day. They were 15 bucks. So if you got a Walmart buy and you run there and check out their Coleman ones, it's usually backed by their camping gear. It's not a bad light. I think it's 90 lumens, but it's powerful enough to do the job. And I used to carry one of those on my motorcycle. I loved having it. It was because it's light, it's small, you know, fits in the palm of your hand if you need to. It doesn't take up a lot of space, but it's got a lot of power to it if you had to signal somebody, or like I said, if you had to use it. So, all right, guys. Hey, have a good day. Thanks.